Little Birding Channel is back, and today we are talking about California. We'll be talking about the waterways there. Little update here. We will be talking about Lake Folsom, Lake Shasta, Lake Oroville, and Lake Trinity. And eventually, I've already started working on Lake Tahoe. Now, I can't find any inflows or outflows for Lake Tahoe, and I can't find percentage of capacity thus far, but I'll keep looking. The person that asked about Clear Lake, if you can send me a link that shows the current water levels there, then maybe I could do that. But that's all I got for now on those. But let's go on right out to Lake Oroville here over the next 24 hours. 0 inches possibly coming to the lake. And we come up to Red Bluff, and you can see 0.64 in the next 24 hours. So you're going to get a little bit of precipitation to the north here. Lake Trinity is going to get about a ½ inch of precipitation. Mount Shasta up here, 0.44. Lake Shasta, 0.25. We come over to Crescent City. You're going to get about 1.4 inches. Eureka down here is 0.39, and you can get the gist, a little bit of precipitation. We go the next 3 days, and not a whole lot changes. We go the next 5 days, and it starts to light up a little bit more, especially up here by Lake Trinity, which is fantastic news. It could really use it. That's the lake that's really down lower than Mount Shasta and Lake Oroville. So 2.39 there. We go, check out this, Mount Shasta, 2.5 inches, and we'll be coming back to the snow here in a minute to see if any of that snow, because we're in the higher elevations. We go over to Chester, 0.68. We come down to Lake Tahoe, 0.12. We come over to Folsom down here, and you're talking about 1.7. We come over to Bullard's Bar, 0.2. So a little bit of precipitation next 5. We go the next 10, and wow, this thing really lights up like a Christmas tree. We'll start at Bullard's Bar. You're talking about 2.44 inches. That's quite a bit of rain. If it is rain, we'll be checking here in a minute. 1.65. My suspicion tells me this is probably snow. 3.41. But we come up here to Lake Trinity, and you're talking about 4.42 inches. Mount Shasta, 4.46. We come down to Redding, and 2.1. We come down to Red Bluff, 2.51. We go over to Eureka. Check this out, 4.62. And we come up here to Crescent City, almost 5 inches possibly. 4.9 is what they're forecasting. That's quite a bit. Now, you have to remember, the Europeans always aggressive. Let's go to the GFS and see if it's any difference. And they're not too far off. They're talking about 3 inches here over in Crescent City. They're talking about a ½ inch different. Happy Camp, 3.61. We come down here to Trinity Lake, and you're talking about 3.62. And then not so much down here, according to the GFS, 2.04. We come over to Chico, 1.44. Paradise, 1.73. Oroville City, 1.53. Lake Oroville, 1.72. Grass Valley, 1.56. Yuba City down here, you're going to get about 1.9. Hello, friends down there. I hope all is well. Lake Tahoe, 1.07. Truckee up here, 1.01 inches. Sacramento, 1.03. We come down to Yosemite Valley, 1.43. Mammoth Lakes, 0.9. Yeah, we come down to my friends in Bakersfield here, and we can see that they're going to get about an inch, possibly. My friends over in Havasu City, 0.85. Hello, hope all is well there. My friends down in San Diego, 1.82. My friends over in Los Angeles, 1.01. Hope all is well with everybody, and hope everybody's having a good day. It is Saturday. It is currently 8 o'clock California time, 10 o'clock Illinois time where I'm at, and we go to the new snow, and wow, look at this. This is incredible. I will be talking about this in the upcoming event, but wow, this is good news for the Colorado. We'll be talking about all this. This is going to be good, but in the meantime, we are talking about California today. Lucky for my friends in Lake Havasu, you're going to get no snow, so you're lucky to my friends in Lake Havasu. But for my friends in San Bernardino, you're going to get 3.8, and just to the north there, you're going to get about 8 inches of snow. This is good. They finally need some snow, and this is fantastic if this really comes to pass. Yosemite Valley, 14 inches. Bear Valley, you're talking about 11.7. We come over here to Chester, and you can see they're talking about 16.1. Just as I said, New Bullard's Bar over here, 10.9. You come down to the American River over here, 9. We come up to Mount Shasta up here, and they're talking possibly 27 inches. This will be real good because the snowpack is not very good, and let's go check that out right now. As we roll out to the snowpack, you can see that they're currently at 38% for your April 1st average, 65% for the northern Sierra Trinity area, which isn't bad, but we were much higher last year. In the central, we're looking at 55%, 33%. In the southern, we're looking at 36 and 21%. And compare this for the state. The state is currently at 33%. 72 for your April 1st average and 54. We would love to be closer to 100 for this time of day. We are really behind, which is crazy because it's an El Nino. You would think that it would be much snowier, but that is just not the case this year. So just like last year wasn't an El Nino, we were in a La Nina and we had record snowfalls. Who knows? Go figure. And let's go out to the graphs and see what's going on. As we roll out to Lake Trinity, you can see that the current water level is 2,298.70 feet, and that was Saturday, January 27, 2024 at 9 a.m. The level is 71.30 feet below full pool of 2,370. Changes since yesterday, the lake is up 0.30 feet over the last 24 hours. The lake is also up 17.10 feet over the last week. Over the last 14 days, the lake is also up 10.93 feet over the last 14. Over the last 30, the lake is up 7.58. The lake is also up 5.56 feet over the last 120 days. And over the last year, the lake is really up 73.51 feet from last year. Your current inflows are 5,421 and back to zero outflows there at Lake Trinity. We go to the bar graph here, and you can see that the current glory hole is 2,370. In 2022, the level was 2,221.16 feet. Last year, we were looking at 2,199.61 feet. And this year, we're looking at 2,286.59 feet. Record highs, 2,378.34 feet. Record lows, 2,120.20 feet. And dead pools, 2,100. Long way to go from that. And we go out to Lake Trinity's percentage of capacity, and it's currently 59.10 feet. Let's go over to Lake Shasta next. As we roll out to Lake Shasta, the current water level is 1,031.30 feet, and that was Saturday, January 27, 2024 at 8 a.m. The level is currently 36.42 feet below full pool of 1,067. Changes since yesterday, the lake is up 0.45 feet over the last 24 hours. The lake is also up 2.80 feet over the last 7 days. That's a lot. In a week, that's a whole lot. Over the last 16 days, the lake is up 16.44 feet. Over the last 30 days, the lake is up 2.19 feet. Over the last 120 days, the lake is down 3.33 feet. And over the last year, the lake is up 44.91 feet. Your inflows are 14,827. That's quite a bit. And they're currently only releasing 723. Let's go to your bar graph here, and you can see that full pool is 1,067. In 2022, the level was 932.73 feet. Last year, we were looking at 986.12 feet. This year, we're looking at 1,031.03 feet, and record high is 1,066.94 feet. Your record low is 836.68 feet. Dead pool 737.75 feet. Percentage of capacity, we're currently in the blue, so we were in the yellow last time, I'm almost certain. We're up to 78.18%, so there you have that. Down to Lake Folsom we go next. As we roll out to Lake Folsom, you can see that the current water level is 419.58 feet, and that was Saturday, January 27, 2024 at 8 a.m. The level is 46.42 feet below full pool of 466. Changes since yesterday, Lake Folsom is up 0.10 feet over the last 24 hours. Lake Folsom is also up 7.43 feet over the last 7 days. Lake Folsom's up 7.72 feet over the last 14 days. However, Lake Folsom's down 1.55 feet over the last 30 days. Lake Folsom's also down 13.21 feet over the last 120 days. However, Lake Folsom's up 2.62 feet over the last year. And then we go to your inflows. They're 2,903. Your outflows are currently 1,911. And we go out to the bar graph, and you can see that full pool's 466. 2022, the level was 420.75 feet. Last year, we were looking at 416.96 feet. Today, we're we're looking at 419.58 feet. Record highs 467.23 feet. Record lows 347.56 feet. Percentage of capacities currently 53.68%, and we are down to Lake Oroville for our final stop today. As we roll out to Lake Oroville, your current water level's 839.13 feet, and that was Saturday, January 27, 2024 at 8 a.m. The level is 60.69 feet, below full pool of 900. Changes since yesterday, the lake is up 0.44 feet over the last 24 hours. The lake is up 22.46 feet over the last 7 days. The lake is also up 17.41 feet over the last 14 days. Lake Oroville's up 6.77 feet over the last 30 days. However, Lake Folsom's down 13.90 feet. Over the last year, the lake is up 34.51 feet, and your inflows are 10,308, and your outflows are currently zero. They're not releasing anything at Lake Oroville, surprisingly. We go to the bar graph. 900 is your full pool. In 2022, we were looking at 744.66 feet. Last year, we were looking at 804.80 feet. This year, we're at 839.31 feet. Record high, 902.57 feet, and record low, 628.63 feet. What a difference that makes. If I recall, we were in the yellow last time we did an update. We are currently at 75.40%, and that is all I have for today. I hope everybody's doing well. We will see you on the next one. God bless.